are at stage 4, paragraph page 318. Okay, and our last headword was bridge, new word type of lesson. Okay, so let's start with revision. Ready? Okay, here we go. First question. Do you think some animals can understand us when we speak? Do you think some animals can understand us when we speak? Yes, I think some animals. Yes, I think some animals can understand us when we speak. Which animal? Which animals? Dogs and cats. Do you understand more or less everything I say during the lesson? Do you understand more or less everything I say during the lesson? Yes, I understand more or less everything you say during the lesson. If I ask you a question but you don't hear it very well, what can you do? If I ask you a question but you don't hear it very well, what can you do? If you ask me a question but I don't hear it very well, I can ask you to repeat it. What do you say to me? What do you say to me? I say, pardon. Can you repeat the question, please? Can you ask the question, please? Very good. Okay, next. Is my hand hard? Is my hand hard? No, your hand isn't hard. It's soft. Is the floor soft? Is the floor soft? No, the floor isn't soft. It's hard. Is the shell of an egg hard or soft? Is the shell of an egg hard or soft? The shell of an egg is hard. Very good. Okay, next. Is there a picture on that wall? Is there a picture on that wall? Yes, there's a picture on that wall. Was there a picture on that wall 3 lessons ago? Was there a picture on that wall 3 lessons ago? Yes, there was a picture on that wall 3 lessons ago. Were there any children in this room last week? Were there any children in this room last week? Yes, there were some children in this room last week. Was there an elephant in this room yesterday? Was there an elephant in this room yesterday? No, there wasn't an elephant in this room yesterday. Was there any pictures on the floor last lesson? Was there any picture on the floor last lesson? No, there wasn't a picture on the floor last lesson. Very good. Okay, how do we make the past tense of a regular verb? How do we make the past tense of a regular verb? We make the past tense of a regular verb by adding the letters ed. Give me an example. Give me an example, please. Walk. I generally walk to school. I walked to school yesterday. Did Kate play a computer game with Sophie yesterday? Did Kate play a computer game with Sophie yesterday? Yes, Kate played a computer game with Sophie yesterday. Did Charlie and Dan chat with their friends yesterday? Did Charlie and Dan chat with their friends yesterday? Yes, Charlie and Dan chat with their friends yesterday. Chat with their friends yesterday. Very good. Did your mother look after you when you were a baby? Did your mother look after you when you were a baby? Yes, my mother looked after me when I was a baby. When I was a baby. Very good. Okay. Who did you talk to at breakfast this morning? Who did you talk to at breakfast this morning? I talked to my family at breakfast this morning. When you were a very little child, did your mom help you to get dressed? When you were very little child, did your mom help you to get dressed? Yes. When I was a very little child, my mom helped me to get dressed. Did you enjoy your last holiday? Did you enjoy your last holiday? Yes, I enjoyed my last holiday. Did you remember to brush your teeth last night? Did you remember to brush your teeth last night? Yes, I remember to brush my teeth last night. Did you move any parts of your body during the last lesson? Did you move any parts of your body during the last lesson? Yes, I moved some parts of my body during the last lesson. Did I ask you 1,000 questions last lesson? Did I ask you 1,000 questions last lesson? No, you didn't ask me 1,000 questions last lesson. Did last lesson end at 9 o'clock in the evening? Did last lesson end at 9 o'clock in the evening? No, last lesson didn't end at 9 o'clock this evening. It ended at 9:30 a.m. Did you call anyone on a mobile phone yesterday? Did you call anyone on a mobile phone yesterday? No, I didn't call anyone on a mobile phone yesterday. Did you want to come to school today? Did you want to come to school today? Yes, I wanted to come to school today. Did you kick a football last weekend? Did you kick a football last weekend? Yes, I kicked a football last weekend. Did Kate play on the beach yesterday afternoon? Did Kate play on the beach yesterday afternoon? No, Kate didn't play on the beach yesterday afternoon. Did Charlie and Dan watch animals at the zoo yesterday? Did Charlie and Dan watch animals at the zoo yesterday? No, Charlie and Dan didn't watch animals at the zoo yesterday. What's this? What's this? It's a farm. And who's this man? And who's this man? That man's a farmer. What's the plural of sheep? What's the plural of sheep? The plural of sheep is sheep. Name the animals you can see on this farm. Name the animals you can see on this farm, please. On that farm, I can see some sheep, some pigs, some cows, some horses, some chickens, some rabbits, and some dogs, and a dog. Okay, very good. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? You're measuring the table with a ruler. Apart from measuring things, what can we use a ruler for? Apart from measuring things, what can we use a ruler for? Apart from measuring things, we can use a ruler for drawing straight lines. How can we travel along a river? How can we travel along a river? We can travel along a river on a boat. How can we get across a river? How can we get across a river? We can get across a river by using a bridge or by swimming across. Which streets do you walk along when you go home? Which streets do you walk along when you go home? I walk along ABC Street when I go home. Is it safe to ride a bicycle fast along busy street? Is it safe to ride a bicycle along busy street? No, it isn't safe to ride a bicycle fast along busy streets. It's dangerous. What must you do before you walk across the road? What must you do before you walk across the road? I must look both ways before I walk across the road. Okay, very good. That's the end of our revision. Let's have new word. Okay, repeat, enter. Okay, listen. We need to buy a ticket if we want to enter a zoo. Okay, let's practice. What do we need to buy if we want to enter a zoo? What do we need to buy if we want to enter a zoo? We need to buy a ticket if we want to enter a zoo. Do you need a ticket to enter this classroom? Do you need a ticket to enter this classroom? No, I don't need a ticket to enter this classroom. Okay, which is better? Okay, next repeat. Chips, health, healthy, unhealthy. An hour of sport is better for the health than an hour of TV. It isn't healthy to eat lots of sugar and salt every day. It's unhealthy. Okay, let's practice. Which is better for the health? An hour of TV or an hour of sport? Which is better for the health? An hour of TV or an hour of sport? An hour of sport is better for the health than an hour of TV. Is it healthy to eat lots of sugar and salt every day? Is it healthy to eat lots of sugar and salt every day? No, it isn't healthy to eat lots of sugar and salt every day. It's unhealthy. Which is healthier, a piece of fruit or a biscuit? Which is healthier, a piece of fruit or a biscuit? A piece of fruit is healthier than a biscuit. Which is healthier, a bowl of salad or a plate of chips? Which is healthier, a bowl of salad or a plate of chips? A bowl of salad is healthier than a plate of chips. Very good. Okay, next. Repeat. Toast. Toaster. Okay. We make toast by putting bread into a toaster. Okay, let's practice. How do we make toast? How do we make toast? We make toast by putting bread into a toaster. What do you like to put on your toast? What do you like to put on your toast? I like to put butter, jam, honey, etc. on my toast. Very good. Next, repeat. Agree. Okay, I listen. I agree that frogs have ugly faces. Oh, we're frogs. Let's practice. 2 plus 2 equals 7. 2 plus 2 equals 7. Do you agree? No, I don't agree that 2 plus 2 equals 7. I disagree. Do you agree that frogs have ugly faces? Do you agree that frogs have ugly faces? Yes, I agree that frogs have ugly faces. Do you always agree with everything your parents say? Do you always agree with everything your parents say? No, I don't always agree with everything my parents say. Sometimes I agree, and sometimes I disagree. Which is it right to say, I agree or I'm agree? Which is it right to say, I agree or I'm agree? It's right to say, I agree. Okay, next. Repeat corner. Very good. Okay, listen. This is a corner of the table. Let's practice. What's this? What's this? It's a corner of the table. Are you sitting in a corner of your room? Are you sitting in a corner of your room? No, I'm not sitting in a corner of this room. Can we sit at the corner of a round table? Can we sit at the corner of a round table? No, we can't sit at the corner of a round table. Why not? Why not? Because a round table has no corners. Where am I standing? Where am I standing? You're standing in the corner of the room. Next, repeat. Tail. Okay, let's practice. Do monkeys' tails help them to climb trees easily? Do monkeys' tails help them to climb trees easily? Yes, monkeys' tails help them to climb trees easily. Is a rabbit's tail as long as a cat's tail? Is a rabbit's tail as long as a cat's tail? No, a rabbit's tail isn't as long as a cat's tail. Very next, repeat. Ship. High rate. Okay, very good. Listen. Many years ago, pirates traveled around on sailing ships. Let's practice. Many years ago, how did pirates travel around? Many years ago, how did pirates travel around? Many years ago, pirates traveled around on sailing ships. Is a boat bigger than a ship? Is a boat bigger than a ship? No, a boat isn't bigger than a ship. It's smaller than a ship. Can you go home from here by ship? Can you go home from here by ship? No, I can't go home from here by ship. Why not? Why not? Because there's no sea between here and my home. Okay, next repeat. Almost. Okay, so almost everybody loves chocolate. Okay, are we almost at the end of the lesson? Are we almost at the end of the lesson? Yes, we're almost at the end of the lesson. Does almost everybody love chocolate? Does almost everybody love chocolate? Yes, almost everybody loves chocolate. Tell me something you do almost every day but not every day. Tell me something you do almost every day but not every day. I study English almost every day. Okay, very good. So now let's move on to reading. Okay, our reading is at stage 2, paragraph page 158. Last headword was famous. Okay, so let's start our reading. Famous. Okay, here we go. What's the time by this clock? What's the time by this clock? It's 3 o'clock. It's quarter to 4, etc. What's the time by this clock? It's 2 minutes past 4. It's 28 minutes to 12. What's the time now? What's the time now? It's 22 minutes past 9 now. Okay, when? When do you come here for your lesson? I come here at 9 o'clock in the morning for my lesson. When do you go home after school? When do you go home after school? I go home at 10 a.m. after school. Also, name something that has wings and also wheels. Name something that has wings and also wheels. An airplane has wings and also wheels. Make another sentence with the word also. Make another sentence with the word also, please. I can play that song on the piano and I can also sing it. She speaks Spanish and she also speaks English. Turn, key. Stand up, please. Now turn around. What are you doing? I'm turning around. If you turn round, what can you see? If I turn round, I can see the wall. What am I doing? You're turning a page in your book. How do we open the front door of a house? We open the front door of a house by turning a key in the door. Very good. Okay, what's another word for okay, kid? What's another word for child? Another word for child is kid. Are there few kids in your building than adults? No, there aren't fewer kids in this building than adults. There are more kids in this building than adults. Are you tall enough to touch the top of the door? No, I'm not tall enough to touch the top of the door. I'm too short. Are you short enough to stand under the table? Are you short enough to stand under the table? No, I'm not short enough to stand under the table. I'm too tall. I'm too tall. Very good. Is my pocket large enough to put this book into? Is my pocket large enough to put this book into? No, your pocket isn't large enough to put that book into. Have you got enough money to buy a car? Have you got enough money to buy a car? Okay, very good. We stop there